Welcome to another episode of On the Smooth Side. Your boy B Smooth again. We're interviewing high school athletes, college athletes, pro stars, past and present. It's going to be an amazing show. Today is episode 2. I appreciate y'all watching and tuning in again. Today's episode, we got a baller. We got a dolt. We got a certified baller in the backfield, a guy for the Washington Huskies, a man that transferred to the squad and took over the team by storm, a man from Stockton, California, who might not beat me one-on-one. However, we have Jonah Coleman in the building. Jonah, how are you feeling, my guy?
I'm feeling great, man. I appreciate you for having me.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you joining in. Now, we got a lot of things to talk about, big fella. We got a lot of things. Now, first off, let me tell you when I first heard about Jonah, right? I don't watch college football much until recently. But I was doing this series when I was watching all these college football stars, and people were spamming his name. You're going to love this kid named Jonah. I said, all right. I know Jonah in the Bible. I don't know what Jonah played in the NFL. But I said, all right, I'm going to give the boy a chance. I saw Buddy's highlights. I ain't going to hold you. The video went crazy, number one. The video went crazy. This dude's highlights are crazy. If you have not seen Jonah's highlights on YouTube, check them out. Jonah, number one, what the hell do you do to prepare yourself to stiff arm people, to truck people, to hurdle people, full grown man? What's going on, man?
Really just a mentality at that point. You can't really coach um, stiff arms. You can't really coach, hurdle. You can't really coach breaking tackles, man. It's just about the mentality that you have when you run the ball. When someone's trying to get you down, you got to flip that switch, have a mindset like, I'm not going to let you bring me down. I'm not going to let one man tackle me. And that's just where it comes from. And my dad kind of implemented that into my brain and into my head when I was a young kid. So it's been with me since I was, 6 years old. Like, you're the best on the field. Don't let one man tackle you. Always break the first tackle and just be you at the end of the day.
No, I feel that. So, first off, I got to get to something because you went to Arizona, and we're going to get to your high school career in a few, but you went to Arizona, played 2 years there, and you transferred. Number one, I think everyone wants to know, what is a transfer portal like? Because, again, I play NCAA. I played a video game, bro. So I know what it's like in the video game. What is it like in real life? Is it actually coaches calling you up? Is there actually a name where you put in your name on .com and you apply yourself like you're doing the NFL draft? What is it like to go into the transfer portal?
Going to the transfer portal was crazy, man. I was kind of nervous to do it because you just never know really what's gonna happen. Even though might end up, you might know where you're going, but you just don't ever know what's gonna happen. So I think I hit it on I think our coach left on like a Sunday, and I was officially in the portal like on a Tuesday. And I kid you not, right after I posted it, um, like 10 schools just calling me at the same time, and that whole week was just pretty crazy. Like, oh, Jonah, I want you to come visit on Friday. But mind you, it's Wednesday and Tuesday. They called me. They want me to be out there on Friday. So it's just crazy. A lot of people pulling you in a lot of different directions. Obviously, the transfer portal is something new, and it's a lot of people that's in the portal, and people can get lost. Like, you can hit the portal and then never play football again. Like, you'll just be done. So it's tricky. It works tricky for sure. So, but it's crazy though.
So is it, you don't got to get into the numbers. Is it really, because NIL's crazy, transfer portal's crazy, and we're seeing all these numbers, is it really like a team signs a check, say, hey, we won't pay you this? I know it's some stuff on the cover, oh, it's like this and that. Is it really a coach coming in and say you can have this role on this team? Or is it just really pick where you want to go and the options you have there?
Well, it's really the coaches, depending on like who wants you. So depending on like who reaches out to you, they give you different offers, or they'll ask you what you're looking for. Like, oh, hey, Jonah, it's such and such at Alabama. We want you to come play for here. How much were you asking for NIL wise? That's how the conversation would probably go. Or, oh, they'll just offer you, oh, hey, we want to have you part of the team. How you come check out the facilities, such and such. We want to, give you what 600K or so. It's not really. It's different now because we have revenue share. So the schools pay you based on like how well you play and how basically how you are on the field and stuff like that. So it doesn't really come from the collective now. Before it was the collective, and kind of the coaches kind of had like full complete control over how much they want to give you, and it just varies based off like how much money you have in that collective. So for instance, at Arizona, we had 2 million in our collective, and it's 2 million. You split that on a team, and split that into the team. And for instance, if you go somewhere like freaking Texas or like freaking Washington or all those big schools like Texas Tech, where it's a lot of money, they may have 15 million, 20 million in their collective already, and then they evenly divide it into the team. So it's all dependent on how much the collectors were getting and how much they were raising to get players and stuff like that, how much the donors were investing and stuff. So that's kind of how it was before. So it wasn't really like the school paying you. It was like a collective kind of like outside that was working with the school, and kind of coaches kind of had like full, oh, like we're just gonna give him a million, and stuff like that. So that's kind of how it worked when
So
it was popping off when I was in the portal.
yeah, so when you say collectors, I'm assuming because people always mention donors, right?
Yeah,
I'm assuming that's where the money's coming from. Is the donors, people that went to the school in the past and things like that. So I'm assuming that's where it's coming from.
yeah.
Okay, so
So
now break with
alumni,
this down.
fans, all that.
Oh, so wait, hold on. So even the money I be donating sometimes it goes to players like you. Basically, what you're
It
saying.
just depends. Usually they can like usually before games and stuff, they have stuff on the screen like, oh, if you're a fan and you want to sign up for the UW Collective
Uh-huh.
Foundation, or it'll be something like, oh, Mountain Lake Features. That's what our was called at UW, and then Arizona was like Desert Stars or something, or Desert something. But you sign up for
Yeah.
all that and you're able to like donate it and stuff like that. You just go to different the heck, well, our way our coach, he was going to different like donor events and doing everything he can to provide us as much money as we can get, and on and off the field, like for the facilities and stuff like that. So it was different.
So welcome. Answer this question for me. So I know a lot of people are trying to be confused with this whole NIL thing. People saying it's ruining the game of football. I now seen on some show there's going to be like a salary cap almost with those schools and different divisions, stuff like that. Is it ruining the game? Is it helping the game? Obviously, we love people getting money, but is NIL hurting the game of football?
Um, it's pros and cons, honestly. When you a kid that's 18 years old coming in and just from living with your parents to making $1 million, like you can have a sense of, oh, like I already made it, like I'm good, like I'm gonna be getting this money for the next 4 years. You know, it's just different how people intake it, but I think that it kind of prepares you for the next level. Everybody not making the same amount of money, so
Yeah.
when you really can't be like pocket watching, like, oh, he making this, why I'm not making that? Oh, he's making this, why I'm not making that? Or like this person at this school is making that, like why we not getting that? It's kind of like this really tunnel vision, like focus on you when it comes to as far as NIL and that part and that portion. So some kids can obviously get blind to the fact like, oh, I'm just gonna chase all this money. Like I don't even care about the end goal. Like I don't got a good relationship with the coach, but I know they giving me $1 million, so I'm gonna go over there.
Yeah.
I say, man, I'm gonna go over there. So I mean, a lot of schools offer me a lot of money, and it just come down to you don't make the real money until you playing on Sundays. Like
That's true.
you don't make the real money. Like not enough NIL gonna cover what you gonna make on Sundays. Like if you really think about it. So, my goal is to be at the next level at the end of the day, and that's where I'm gonna make my real money at. Yeah, the money is cool right now. I'm grateful and I appreciate it, and I just feel like people still need to put their head down and work and not get complacent because they got a little bit of money or a little bit of cash. So this it messes up a lot though. First when it first started, it was getting out of hand. Where it's like, oh, certain schools got unlimited NIL money. Certain schools don't have NIL money. So it's just like they're literally shopping free agency in a portal. But the way they made it like cap the salary cap, it kind of evens out like the way schools like operate and everything. And the schools pay you
100%.
for your production on the field and stuff like that. Yes, you can negotiate. You can negotiate how much you want to get paid and all that. Like some players go visit on schools like, oh, I want $1 million. Well, we're only going to give you 500. Oh, well, I'm gonna take my talents elsewhere. You're not gonna give me that. So it's just it's kind of crazy how
So
it works.
it sounds like you're breaking it down. It really does sound like college sports has always been a business, but the thing is, which is underneath the table. Reggie Bush was making his money. We can be honest. Vince Young was making his money. We can be honest. The thing is now everyone can see it now. It's
Yeah,
on the table. You're basically describing college football as if it is the NFL. There's free agency. There's contract negotiations. A player. Now, I guess this is a great question for you. You are a star running back. You are probably the top 25, 30 player in college football. You have more flexibility and more power in negotiations than maybe the fifth string running back on, no disrespect, West Virginia. or Tulane.
Yeah.
What can guys like them, or what are they making? Do you have a breakdown? Are they still making 500,000 if they're the fourth string quarterback on
Nah.
Western Wyoming? Is that a thing?
Nah, like you get paid for your play and like your production, but it's just different though. If you come in as a high recruit out of high school, you like 5 star, super high 4 star,
Yeah.
you're expected to play like earlier, like be a starting as a true freshman. That's when it gets like, oh, he hasn't played yet, but he's making $3 million. But he's a 5 star
Yeah.
and he's a number one athlete in this class. So it's just different. But nah, I don't know any player like that's like a fifth string or like a fourth string or even like a third string that's making like no crazy amount of money. That's kind of not like how it is. It's usually the starters and um, usually the starters is the ones that's getting paid the most money, and then the people
Yeah.
that's coming in and then you got the guys that, oh, he's going to be really good next year. He's going to start for us next year. Then, pretty much when the older guys leave, usually the younger guys will probably get their contracts, or it'll shift out depending on how good somebody else is, going to be first.
I mean, you said something that's interesting there. Here's my breakdown. If a guy is a 4 or 5 star player, he's one of the best players in the nation, but there's a really good senior. You didn't go to some small school, he could start immediately. You went to Texas.
Yeah.
The perfect example I'm thinking of is Archie Manning. Archie Manning, yeah, sure, he played when Quinn Ewers got hurt,
Mm-hmm.
but basically sat his first 2 years. The fact that he's making, again, I don't know how much he's making, but let's just say he's making 2, 3 million. Sounds like he's making more, basically the numbers you're giving me. He's making 2, 3 million. Why wouldn't he just sit? Your
Yeah.
red shirt, you just sit for a couple, and then eventually you'll play and make even more money when you're on the actual field. It sounds insane how the numbers is going, but again, it sounds like the big schools, the Big Ten, the massive SEC. These guys have the big donors, and that's where the money's going. And they're able to pay guys millions of dollars, basically sit on the bench till we're ready for you. It's crazy.
Yeah. Big schools got the big money, Big 12. It's the Power Four is the people that's the schools that's having all the money and stuff for these that are is able to make a lot of money for their
Yeah.
roster and stuff. But it's like a with this new um salary cap, we got like a back pay of like billions. So it's able like each school gets like, hey, you get 15 million. So like
You said billion with a B?
yeah, so it was like a settlement that got passed. That's the reason why it's like a whole salary cap and all that and everything. It just changed. It literally started July, so it's like revenue share. So basically, depending on what school you go to, let's say like Big Ten teams. Oh,
Yeah.
NCAA is paying them. Uh, I think it's a couple million. It's more than I think it's like 25 million, but 15 goes to football. So that's
Yeah.
kind of like how it was set up. Like usually like football players are kind of like making the most, but like the NCAA, they did some like settlement pass and some crazy stuff happened. So on July 1st, like each school,
Hmm.
each Power Five school or Power Four school basically got like 20, 25 million, 30 million, and I'm pretty sure the salary cap for football is 15 million.
Damn.
So and that's just for the roster.
Damn. So basically, what I'm hearing is I should have played football. Again, I was decent, man. Back in my day, which was like 2 years ago. But anyway, back in my day, I was a baller, and I ain't gonna hold you. Now we're gonna talk about my football skills in a bit, but I want to have one quick advice that you're gonna give to some of these athletes,
Yeah.
because I have a couple high schoolers, some 4 stars, 5 stars that are coming on my show pretty shortly, and for them, for people who are watching this video in the future, what is the biggest advice? You just mentioned that there are a lot of players that are 18 years old, probably couldn't take care of their Wendy's paycheck, let alone $1 million. What's your advice to people that are that young that are going to make that much money that quickly? What's your advice to them?
I would just say just find somebody like bro, something that I wish I would have learned like when I was 18 going into college. We wasn't getting paid, but just even with the monthly stipend, like just money management. That's it. I don't want to be one of those guys that sit here like save your money, do this, do that. Like spend some money. You earned it,
Yeah.
you worked for it, but don't spend all your money. Like just be smart with it. Like I'm not gonna be the guy that just say like, save your money, don't spend it, don't do this, don't do that. Like, hey man, you've been working for 18 years, man, and you got the opportunity of a lifetime to finally get some money. So yeah, you can spend a little bit. You can do this, you can do that. You can help your parents a little more. You can do that. Like, yeah, do all that. Like, I'm not gonna be telling you like not to do that because that was me. Like I was trying to help everybody with
Yeah.
when I was barely getting money. I was getting freaking $1,600 a month. I'm trying to help my parents back home and do all this freaking living month to month. Like just I would say just make sure that you good first before you start helping everybody else, because you ain't gonna be happy if you're not okay at the end of the day. So
That's true.
just trying to do everything for everybody else, and that you can lose sight of just everything. Like, damn, like I'm living month to month. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Like, man, I can't afford that, man. How the rent due this day? I don't get paid to this day. Like, oh, I'm stressed. Like, you just don't want to cause any extra stress on you, because when you get there to college, man, it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be
Yeah.
something that you're not accustomed to. It's gonna be going to class. You're going to practice. It's a long day. It's fall camp and season is long. It's just it's a lot of extra stuff. You don't want to add any extra stress on yourself. So I would just say, just you know try to find a advisor or someone that can help you, with your money,
Yeah.
as far as like, because you never seen that much money. Like, you gonna see it and be like, oh, I'm about to go buy this. I'm about to go buy that. Yeah, that's okay, but like,
Yeah.
just don't spend it all. Save it, man, and always focus on the grind. At the end of the day, man, it's about fun. Football, something that you've been doing
Yeah.
since you were 6 years old. Some of you guys 5 years old, and when you started, it wasn't about the money. It wasn't about like, oh, I can't wait to have a big mansion, like you wasn't thinking about that when you was a little kid. You was just playing football because it was fun. So just don't ever forget
Yeah. That's true.
that fun, and why you picked up a helmet in the first place. I would say, because with a lot of stuff going on in this new college where you can lose sight of all that. There was sometimes I'd be having to like, man, like, bro, this is fun. Like, I really love the game. Like, I really love football. Like, without football, it ain't really fun. Like, when you haven't when you with your boys in the locker room and y'all going out running out the tunnel and y'all doing all, man, that is fun. It's
Hmm.
fun. It's fun to compete. It's fun to do all this extra stuff. So, I just say don't lose sight of why you picked up the helmet and football in the first place. Always keep that grind. Always keep your head for it, and just work like it's like you're gonna lose all the money tomorrow. That's how you gotta work. That's how I work. Oh, man, all my money going. I'm about to lose it tomorrow. I got to get it today. I got to earn it for tomorrow. You got to keep that mindset. You got to keep it going, because that's the only way you're gonna make it to the next level. At the end of the day, Joe Burrow getting highest paid quarterback in the NFL. He's still talking about freaking nutrition, the little things, the details. Oh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
do yoga. I'm gonna do this. I'm like, he's doing that, and he doesn't have to do it. He's the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, but he's still focused on the little things, the details, the small things. Like, it's still fun. Like, think about Patrick Mahomes when it's crunch time.
Hmm.
I know you watch football. When it's crunch time
Of course.
and it's a big game and it's playoffs, or you see Mahomes laughing on the sideline, playing around, like being a kid, like he's having fun. It's minus
Yeah.
the money, and I just think people need to have that mindset. Like, man, I still got to earn it. I still got to get it. I ain't done nothing yet.
That was probably the greatest advice anyone's ever given in history of advising. So if when your NFL career is over, I better see you on TV somewhere, whether you're not on show with me or on show with someone else.
Yeah.
Motivational speaker here. I mean, that's crazy work. I mean, the way you broke that down was beautiful. And if I could throw in my 2 cents, I don't make nowhere close to some of these college football players. I make my money, though. I got my sponsors. Shout out to my sponsors there.
Yeah.
But I make my money here and there. And I think the biggest thing he said is not being afraid to save, but not also be afraid to spend your money. Spend your money on what you love. If you love video games, buy video games. If you spend money on clothes, like Jonah does, see Jonah's Instagram. He likes his clothes. He likes his chains. He does that. But just don't waste your money on stupid things. And you said something. I remember when I first started getting my first sponsor check was a gambling sponsor, and they paid me $5,000 to make 2 videos for them. I'm going to say that one more time. They paid me $5K to post 2 videos, two like 40-second videos. I wasted that money in 2 weeks. And I wish even to this day, whether you make the money back or not, it's the money you waste. About your boys say, yo, can I borrow $50? Your girl is low on rent. Your boy next door is like, yo, I'm short on my rent this month. It's always trying to make sure someone else is covered, and next thing you know, you're not even covered. It's watch yourself for that. So I mean, huge thing. I want to switch to transition real quick before we get into your high school career. NCAA 26 came out, and for some reason, it shocks me to see this. Not only are players in the game, your actual face, your likeness is in the game. What is it like? You're, 21, 22 years old. You are in a video game. Do you want to understand how crazy that is? I used to put myself in video games.
Yeah.
You are actually in a game on purpose. What is it like being an NCAA 26?
It's actually pretty crazy. I grew up playing the last college football, and even still, I was playing that before the first one came out, 25. I was still
Yeah.
playing with one of my close friends. We was on Xbox 360 playing NCAA 2014, making our own creative players, own creative teams, and still doing that stuff. So it's kind of crazy to see that they're trying to change it and we back in the game and stuff like that. It's definitely a dream come true. I thought I was gonna have to wait till I get to the NFL and stuff for me to be in the game and stuff, but no, it's actually crazy being able to be in the game. Like I said, I grew up playing the game. I grew up wanting to
Yeah.
be in it. Like, man, that's gonna be me one day. I grew up wanting to be in the game, like I said, and it's just crazy to have that happen now. I'm like really in the game, and I'm actually a good player in the game, so it's crazy.
Do you know your overall by heart or no?
Yeah, I'm a 93.
Man, you said that on the dime. I'm about to say, I thought, but
Yeah,
it was like, no, I'm probably like an 86,
yeah.
something like
They
that,
need to
85.
change
I don't know.
my change of
93 is crazy.
direction. They need to fix my change of direction on that thing. 84 change of
Man, talking
direction.
about individual, talking about attributes is crazy, man. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
hold. Now, real quick on that. So it sounds like you play religiously. Again, I know you're a busy man now, but you still play this new game. Have you played every day?
yeah.
So you're basically saying you're a gamer, right? Is that what
Oh yeah,
basically what you're saying? It sounds like you play for fun. Or you actually.
I play for
So
real.
I don't know if you know me back in my day, man. So this is what I do. I play video games. That's kind of what my thing is. So they have crossplay nowadays.
Yeah.
We can run it anytime.
Okay.
We don't got to play for money because I don't want to take your chains and your money. I'm talking about playing for fun. That fun of the game you're talking about. I don't know what team you use, and if you're using Washington, it's gonna be bad for you. I ain't gonna hold you. That's all. Because I use bad teams.
Yeah.
I'm talking Boise State. I'm talking Tulane. No disrespect. I'm talking Western Wyoming. I use the bad teams. That's what I'm gonna do. So we can play anytime. I'm just letting you know.
All right, bet. Most definitely. I'm using Washington though. That's what I'm rolling with.
And that's it. See, this is my thing. You're probably going to run the ball 50 times in a damn game. Anyway, we talk real quick on your high school. You're from Stockton, California. How did that raise you? How did that make you the player you are today? And also, how many scholarships or offers did you get leaving Stockton and going to Arizona?
Ended my score. I had 10 offers. I was a 3-star. Um, I was like the 43rd running back in California, like 385 or 84 something nationally.
Whoa,
I
whoa,
was
whoa, whoa,
highly
wait, Paul,
recruited.
wait. Hold on. You had 30 touchdowns in a season. Am I wrong on that?
35.
Didn't you have 30 touchdowns? 35. Okay, my bad. 35 touchdowns in a season, and you were the 300 and what?
I don't know, man. I was some crazy number, but it was definitely take a toll on me. I got to a point in high school to where I was trying to chase stars, I was trying to chase offers, and I was trying to chase all this stuff that wasn't important because I already knew that I was, the best. That's like I said, that's the mentality of my dad since I was a young kid. And now I'm going against these people that they got ranked higher than me. I'm going against these 5 stars. I'm going against all these people when we go play. They all like 7-on-7 ain't real folk. Man, line it up and compete. And I'm going against these dudes, and it's like seriously, like y'all got him rated. Oh, he got Bama offer. Oh, he got this offer. Oh, line it up. Come on, let's get it. And that's just the mindset I was
Okay.
having. Like anywhere we travel, because I play 7-on-7, and we travel all over the place. And all over the place, we see all these highly recruited guys, all these 5 stars, all these 4 stars, all these people that got 40 offers, 50 offers plus, and I'm going against these dudes, and this is like no way. So I got to the mindset like he got all these offers, but they was on bigger platforms. I wasn't on the biggest platform, like I said, coming from Stockton. It ain't much going on there. That it's really just gangs, jail, theft. That's just kind of what's going on out there. It ain't really too much going on. It's got a lot better because
Yeah.
I would say my class kind of opened up the gateway for college scouts and colleges to come see that place in general because it's a lot of guys out there getting offers right now. A lot of guys, getting the opportunity to go to the next level, and that's just all I wanted to do, man, was to give my people hope in my city, and that's kind of why I do it still, man. It's just to get them boys hope because I know they need it. They ain't really got nobody to look up to for real. They walk out the door and it's they on the block. They walk out the door, the thugs outside. So that's just kind of how it is. And I walked out the door, and the thugs is outside. I walked out the door, and we out there doing stuff we ain't supposed to be doing. Like it's just it's so easy to get caught up and lost in the sauce to, you know, do stuff you're not supposed to be doing out there. So, I just wanted to give my people hope. At the end of the day, never about it was never about the money or anything.
Yeah.
Like I play this game because I love it. Not at the end of the day. Yeah, like I'm grateful for the money because I get to help my family and I get to live right. But I generally love football, and like I said, I be thinking back to why I picked up a football, why I started playing football at the end of the day. But I wasn't highly recruited, man. I had 10 offers. I was going to camp. I went on a visit to Oregon, uh, like an unofficial. Try to ask the coach for the Twitter. He wouldn't even give me the Twitter. He looked at me like I was crazy.
Damn.
Like, who is you? All right.
Damn.
Go to all these places. It was just like, who is you? Like, where you from? Stockton? Oh, we don't even know where that's at. Oh, okay. We don't. Yeah, it was. So when I hit the portal, it was already like, yeah. In high school, you remember I came up there. You weren't talking to me. Oh, high school, remember I DM'd you my film. Oh, okay. Like okay. Like oh, like, okay. Like yeah. Like and Coach Graham didn't believe in me when no one else did. You know.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I went to Washington with my coach because it's like I believed in y'all. They believed in me. I committed to them when it was 1-11.
So I mean, you feel it felt. Let me not say feel. You definitely felt overlooked. But it sounds like you're saying stars are overrated. Is basically what you're saying. Whether you're 3-star, 5-star, really depends on what your huddle looks like. How many Twitter followers you can get, how many coaches can interact with you. Stars don't matter at all in high school.
Don't. I mean, now it's kind of different because, um, I mean, stars don't matter when you get to college. Like when you like a 2-star, 3-star, and you get to that college, that is
We all the
out
same
the
level.
window. We don't care.
Yeah.
They coaches do not care. Okay, yeah, you was a 4-star recruit. You on campus? Oh, they don't care. You gotta prove you start from square one. You gotta prove it all over again. You literally gotta prove it all over. But stars don't matter, man. They care about who produced the production, the guys that make plays, man. I just, that I always had that chip on my shoulder because I remember everybody overlooked me. They still doing it, but it's fine though. They
Spe-
still doing it.
Speaking of doing it, I seen some. Now again, a lot of people show you love. If y'all don't know, Jonah is I think listed as top. We good?
Uh,
Okay. We got people list Jonah as like a top 5 running back in this class, right? Jeremiah Love gets all the love and shout out to him. He's an incredible running back. I think a lot of people have Jonah like 3 through 5, somewhere in that ballpark. I saw someone that had this man outside the top 10. I saw someone that posted their top 10 college running backs, and his name was not listed. That's disrespectful. I ain't gonna hold you. Crazy disrespect. Your goal is to play on NFL not because of the money. Money's nice. Not because of the money. It's because you love the game. Why do you believe you're going to be a top 2, top 3 round running back? What do you think you can bring to the NFL every single day? Not trying to overlook this Washington season, but what do you think you can bring to an NFL team next year?
I just think my character overall and just the way I carry myself and the way I better people around me is just something that everybody can't do. My coach kind of when I was a freshman, he's like, backs lead this thing, man. Backs. It starts with the running back. Yeah, O line, quarterback, but when you got a good back on your team that's able to talk, able to lead the team, able to just bring the energy and create a culture, help create a culture. Like there's not many running backs that's doing that set the culture or set the standard of the team. Like I just I haven't heard of it. Honestly, I ain't heard like nobody really talked to me like, oh, he set the culture of Alabama. That running back set the culture of
Mm-hmm.
Alabama, or was he just really good at Alabama? Can you? How are you in the locker room? I just feel like my character overall, and how I am as a person, and how I'm going to attack it every day, and just not be a yo-yo or a roller coaster, man. Be that same guy every day. I love my teammates. I do it for my teammates. At the end of the day, man, like when we go out there together, man, it's the best. When I look to my right and I look to my left, I know I'm good. It's just the
Yeah.
trust I got into my teammates. I'm just looking forward to build that build that at the next level, if God allows, when I get there. So you're gonna get a person that works hard, you're gonna get a person that's ready to learn, you're gonna get a person that can take hard coaching, that can take coaching, you're gonna get a person that's gonna be able to learn from the older vets, and stuff like that. And just being a sponge at the end of the day when it comes to, being in that at that next level, because there's gonna be a lot of learning that I'm gonna have to do, and I just
Yeah.
feel like my character, my personality, and talent is there. Like everybody got talent, but what are you doing outside of football? What are you doing in the locker room? How you helping people around you? And that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. Like, how you gonna make this guy better? How you gonna make this guy better? Because we need everybody to win. I don't like to put like but I just know kind of what I bring to the table as far as like when it comes to, you know, being in that situation and the energy that I bring around people that's around me. You can ask my
Yeah.
teammates how I am. You can ask, anyone how I am. Like the energy I bring, the culture that, I kind of have for myself and that kind of create around me, and it's just amazing that I went to Washington. I was able to help my coach, build the culture and the standard and the foundation of how he wants it ran around there. And, I was part of the culture creating in Arizona. I was part of the class that kind of set everything off. And so it's just something that I embodied, like go somewhere, oh, uh, embody that culture, better everything around you, try to learn, see what's going on, figure everything out, see how we can win together, because we can't do it if we're not together at the end of the day. So
Mm,
I just think that,
true.
like I said, my culture and the way I carry myself, that work ethic, and the way I compete is just gonna get guys around me better at the end of the day, and
Yes, sir.
and be able to go produce out there on Sundays. Like I said, if God allows. But right now, focus on this Washington season, man. Got a good team, man. I'm ready to get after it. Got camp coming up soon, and season coming up soon. So all that is right there.
Gotcha. We have the last couple questions. We call these rapid fire questions, and we're gonna go right through them.
Okay.
Number one, favorite running back in the NFL right now. Who is it?
I'm gonna have to go with Josh Jacobs or Alvin Kamara, but Josh Jacobs or Alvin Kamara for sure, just because the way Josh Jacobs, I feel like we got a similar run style, similar play style, and just Alvin
Yeah.
Kamara, he's just so smooth, so fluent, and breaks a lot of tackles so effortlessly, and I think he's a really good back, and I've been watching him for a minute ever since like he first got in the league and stuff, and obviously they got the McCaffreys, but I just gotta like guys that I can relate my game style off, even though it's not a lot of guys with like my build, but Josh Jacobs is probably the closest for sure, but he's probably my favorite right now.
Gotcha. One thing you can't live without on game day.
On game day, um, well, this just started
Any
last year.
superstition, something like that?
This kind of just started last year. I'll start bringing my Bible with me on the bus. So on the way to the game, I read the scripture. So that's just something that I've been doing like every game, or I just ask my pastor to text me a verse, and then I go read that verse while I'm on the team bus going to the game. So that's been something that I kind of added to my pregame routine.
Okay. Last show you binge watched?
Last show I watched,
Yeah, binge watched.
uh, Love Island.
Man, what?
Wait, what you
You talking
mean?
about the little? What you mean? What do you mean? You talking about the show with? You talking about the show with like Huda? That show
Yeah,
right there,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So I have not seen. Okay, we're quick story. I have not seen a single episode, but I watch the show actually on my TikTok. I see the clips all the time.
Everybody
I know
does.
all about Jeremiah and Huda and the dude that smiled with his teeth. I've seen all of that.
Yeah,
So you actually watch the show for real? Like you go on Peacock and watch that?
yeah.
Man, it's crazy. It's crazy work. Anyway, last question. We're talking about the Oklahoma drill back when we were younger,
Yeah.
right? You laid on your back and you got up. So it's me versus you in Oklahoma drill. But right now, not when I was in my prime, right? None of that. I'm on my right now. I'm about a good 5'9", about a good 240. I put some, I got a little strength on me. If we doing an Oklahoma drill, who's winning?
Um, I'm gonna win because I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna get off the ground before you. Like, I'm gonna be up
Man, how you?
before you. Like, I'm gonna roll over and be up before you, and that's just how it always is. I'm gonna get off the ground. Gonna stand up before you, and if you're still rolling over and I'm already running towards you, GG's.
GG
Yeah.
is crazy. Anyway, y'all, I appreciate Jonah for spending this time. This has been on the smooth side. Jonah, do you have anything you want to plug? It's obviously, again, you're going to the NFL season next year. I know you will. Washington, hopefully you guys have a better season. 6-7 last year. I know you guys will improve. Going to win your big games here in the Big Ten. Your thoughts on the season and going forward and what you want to promote?
Just thank you, B Smooth, for having me on here, man. It's a blessing to be on here and educate these young people because I don't get I don't get a chance to talk to, I guess, the world or different side of the world because you're on a different side than me. So just you have different fans. Not probably not all your fans know me. So just being able to have them hear from me and stuff like that is definitely a blessing. But I'll just close it with, man, I appreciate you for having me on here. At the end of the day, this was fun. I'll do it again and NCAA fade whenever.
100, fate is crazy. But, yes, we'll run the NCAA anytime. Again, hopefully get drafted. Hey, maybe the Falcons might take you. Maybe you link up in Atlanta. I appreciate y'all watching On the Smooth Side, Episode 2. Jonah Coleman, your boy B Smooth. Check it next time, man. Appreciate y'all.